Good morning. So sadly, today is my last day in Colorado. I did consider hiking another 14,000 footer, but as some of you know, I have fibromyalgia, and hiking Mount Elbert sucked the life out of me, which is why I did a tourist thing yesterday and didn't hike. So today I'm on Lost Man Trail in Hunter Frying Pan Wilderness / White River National Forest, which we're already at a high elevation, and I'll be climbing up to about 12,000 feet. But look at this. It's beautiful. I did deliberate, as I said, about doing a 14,000 footer. And yes, I was exhausted. But, I mean, seriously, sometimes the best views are not from up above, but from down below, looking at the majesty of the mountains. Kind of puts things in perspective. This is incredible. I'll give you a full panorama of where I am. See, I don't have this back in New York. I don't have these wide open spaces, really. So anyway, this is about a 5-mile hike up to a lake. You have to hike up to the lake and then back down to, you go up and then down over a ridge to the lake. I'm sure that's gonna be fun. But I heard it's pretty. There's 2 lakes on this trail, Independence Lake and Lost Man Lake. So our goal is to get to Lost Man Lake. We're gonna see how I feel though. I know I've been making fun of this silly hat, but when I started hiking this trail, not that many minutes ago, it was like 56 degrees coming over the pass. And I'm wearing a black shirt today, just t-shirt, very thin, shorts. But this sun is so strong. I've gotten quite a tan while I'm here. But I'm like roasting. If I could strip down, I would. But I won't do that to the other hikers. Anyway, so if you come out here, get yourself a puffy hat. Puffy hat? No, floppy hat. There we go. And don't wear black, wear white. Now, I turned around and I saw this beautiful U-shaped valley. That would be carved by glaciers. It's incredible. I think that this used to be buried under ice. Look at that. Thankfully, those dark clouds are moving past me. I think the first lake is right here. We'll find out. I wish this was smell-o-vision because these tiny little flowers, they smell so good. You do not have to climb a giant mountain to get views like this. Holy cow, gorgeous. I think those 2 peaks are 13,000 footers. Gristler, something like that. Remember I said I was so burning hot? It's got to be 50 degrees. I'm freezing. But I'm not gonna put my jacket on until we get to the lake. It's like I'm this weird combination of sweaty and freezing all at the same time. Look at this. It's gorgeous. And this is Independence Lake. It's very pretty up here. Look at that. I wish I brought my good camera because the smallness of those people down there with the stark contrast of the mountains behind them is really quite spectacular and something that my iPhone just can't capture. Alright, it was a very quick hike up to Lost Man Lake. I guess if you make it up here, you're lost, man. Look at this. This is just rugged beauty right here. We're at about 12,700. Let's try that again. 12,750 feet approximately. And I was definitely feeling it hiking up just that short distance. Even being here a week, I'm still not used to the altitude. I found an unmarked path going up this pass in between these two mountains. I think they're both 13,000 foot peaks. This one here is not named, but it's on the Continental Divide, so it's still early, so I figured, hey, why not, right? Today's my last day. May as well explore a little bit. It's cold out. I don't know if you can tell. It's freezing up here. It's got to be, I don't know, about 42 degrees without the wind chill. Thank God when the sun comes out it warms up a little bit, but my hands are freezing. Of course I decided to leave my gloves in the car today a couple times. Oh well, so I'm going up this way. I'm probably wrong on what I'm saying here, but I think that's Twining's Peak, 13,000 footer. I'm not going there. That looks above my pay grade. But I don't know if you can see, there's a trail right in the center that sort of meanders up. I'm gonna go up there, see what I find. Alright, so I made it up to like a little saddle in between these two prominences. I am not gonna go walk on the snow because I feel like that would be stupid. But look at that. So rugged. I am going to try to climb up there though. Why not, right? Let's go. Alright, I am at 13,378 feet. And I am currently, look at that, it's gorgeous. I am standing on top of the Continental Divide. So this is just some unnamed prominence that's a 13,000 footer. But I have 365 degree views. Might not be a 14,000 footer, but this is pretty good. While I'm recording this, I'm standing on top of a very small rock rotating in circles. This is good. Probably not the smartest thing I've done. I'm so grateful I got to come out here and experience all this. I am very lucky. I'm surrounded by people who care enough to take care of the shit I should be taking care of at home. You know, I think it's fitting for my trip to end on a unnamed peak or unnamed location, because I don't know where my life is going to take me. This trip was just step one in me reaching out and going places. And chasing some of my dreams. How do I know I can go out there and do the things I want to do if not physically capable of doing them. And I think I'm physically capable of doing a little bit more than I did on this trip. I don't know how much more, but hopefully I'm gonna push those boundaries and I'm gonna find out, because I want more of this. This is great. This isn't the end. This is the beginning. I can promise you that. Now, I don't recall ever seeing Sound of Music, but for some reason, it's exactly what this reminds me of. So I hiked to, right, look at the mud on my pole right there. That was the spot that I had hiked up to, that unknown spot. And I can breathe better now, so I'm happy. I ran into a couple Forest Service rangers, and they were telling me if you go through Aspen to a trailhead called Conundrum, there's the largest avalanche in recorded history. I might go check that out because that sounds cool. I'm sorry, but this hike is just incredibly beautiful. I mean, I don't think I've not had a beautiful hike here, but for a small amount of effort, or maybe a moderate amount of effort, depending on your ability level, this has everything. It's gorgeous. I find with hiking that the views always change. You know, I've been walking toward Independence Mountain since I turned around to come back to the car, which we're almost there now. But there's always something different, something in the foreground, something about the trail, something about some trees off to the side, or I don't know, people in the distance, a stream, anything that just changes your whole perspective on, you know, that one faraway object that you're walking towards. And I think that's really cool. It's also why this really short trail has taken me hours to finish, because I can't stop taking in pictures. You know, maybe it's because today is my last hike before I go home, but I don't think so. I think it's just because it's gorgeous. And, you know, it's a little poetic because you don't know what life is going to look like around the next corner, what kind of view you're going to have next. And that's one of the things I love about life. It's also why I wanted to drive across the country to come here, because I love seeing what's next. It's so exciting. Anyway, that's it for now. I'll see you soon.